Warning, there will be spoilers in this video.
Ever since this game came out back in 2014,
It has been raw dogged so much that if anyone mentions it, they'll be shot on sight, no questions asked. However, this game in doubt is a masterpiece. Hear me out. You play as an assassin, and after witnessing a traumatic event, you go rogue and play as a Templar. An Assassin's Creed game where you're not an assassin is crazy. I mean, this was revolutionary back in, what, 2014. No one has ever done this before. Oh wait,
there was a mission!
You kill all your old buddies, traumatize Achilles, do some shits and giggles for Honor and these. Whoa. And then kill Honor's father. Somebody give this game a medal, as I'm buying. Now, the main reason why this game was hated on was, well, mainly because it was just like Black Flag, but blue. Now, let's be honest, this is basically just Black Flag. There's no denying that. But where's the problem at? I mean, the Etsu games did this 3 times continuously with some new additions now and there, and yeah, I don't see anyone complaining on the Etsu games about being similar to each other. Well, I mean, who could? Because they're peak! Now, Rogue did the same thing, but there is one major difference that affected this game's reputation the second it came out, and that is that there was a new protagonist. With the Etsu games, you would continue with the same character, Ezio, but instead of continuing with Edward, Ubisoft decided to make a new character, and bro, is peak. But before we get to my go, I need to talk about the negatives first. Now, if Ubisoft decided to continue with Edward, I believe there wouldn't be as much backlash, as fans had loved Edward, and it would make sense to call this Black Flag 2. Well, because it's Black Flag 2. Fans would also want to see more of Edward, but yeah. Although the gameplay was mostly similar, the story wasn't. Well, obviously, the story was good. It lasted shorter than my last orgasm, but it was great. Now, the main reason why Rogue came out as it was because if it only had a couple months of development. Now, mind you, that this game came out on the same day as Unity. I'm not even kidding, it's literally the same day. And look how different these games look. Okay, Ubisoft started development on Unity since, what, 2010? And that was all the way back to the Renaissance era. And yet, it turned out like a slog.
This is not a just world. This is France.
There were glitches absolutely everywhere, to where a 40 gigabyte update patch has to be downloaded to even boot up the game. And the story... Now, Unity is much better as it's actually playable, and it stands out as one of the best Assassin's Creed, mostly through the gameplay. However, when everyone was focused on Unity and its broken mess, Assassin's Creed Rogue was the underdog. Unlike Unity, Rogue wasn't actually being developed by the main developers for the other games, which is Ubisoft Montreal. Instead, it was worked by Ubisoft Sofia. And let me tell you, they cooked with this game. Even with the short time span it had, and honestly, I think that Rogue is better than Black Flag. Yeah, I know. I said it, right? I said it. Okay, whoa, everyone. Okay, right. Calm down, everyone. Okay, just hear me out. Right, calm down. Right, before y'all start sending me death threats in the comment section, what I mean by this is gameplay-wise. No story-wise. No character-wise. No... whatever this is. And you cannot deny that the ship combat has improved a lot from Black Flag. Now, do you remember all of those useless weapons such as the swivel guns and whatever the hell this is? Yeah, what they did is they took them but improved them. With the swivel guns being replaced with the British puckle guns where you have more ammo and are also able to speed blitz enemies, even icebergs. And the balls were replaced with these balls, but now on fire. These balls have the destructive capability of destroying full-on icebergs and small hometown villages. And we do a little bit of trolling. You might as well put this on Titanic and they would all live happy. And once you upgrade these to max, oh boy, you can shoot over 6 balls of fire at once. Now, I may not be an expert, but that's not a ball. The ram has also been modified from the little bro to the big bro. With this 12-inch, you can ram through sheets of ice like paper while speed blitzing into your enemies with a black Air Force energy. The side cannons not only shoot 1 set, but now 2. Yeah. 2. Now, let's think outside the ship combat for once. You no longer play as an assassin, so you would think that you get stalked by other assassins, right? You are absolutely correct. Throughout the game, you may or may not notice these guys just skedaddling about, just doing what are you trying to do? Now, if you are caught lacking with your pants down, these guys will jump you like there is no tomorrow, and you will lose at least 90% of your health. Like, you could be just taking a stroll downtown, and just like in New York fashion, you get gangbanged by a bunch of guys. These suckers will jump you no matter what. No matter what you do, you could be breathing their breath. They would still jump. Like, motherfuckers would be walking back going from a 16-hour shift of hard labor just to get jumped by some gang members. However, since you're playing as an ex-assassin, you can perform a full counter on these dudes and straight up contort them, leaving them speechless. There are other small features that have been added, like the zipline and Mario jumping, but the one I love the most is that you can murder civilians without dying. In other Assassin's Creed, you would usually desynchronize after murdering 3 civilians at once. But in Rogue, we're built different. No matter how many civilians you murder, you will never desynchronize. However, you still aren't safe, as bounty hunters will come after you, and these guys are built like the Terminators. Like, no matter what you do, attack, counter, hurt, they will bitch slap you every single time. During Sequence 1, you get introduced to the all-out new air rifle. With this rifle, you might as well be Abraham Lincoln storming through Leipzig with a Carousel 9mm. The air rifle is going to be your main stealth tool, as it holds everything that the Blowdart had, but also added grenade launcher to the bottom. And let me tell you, when a game gives you a weapon and it adds a grenade launcher on the top, you already know. The grenade launcher mostly has the same type of grenades as the blow dart, which is a sleep and berserk. Now, these are good and all, but I prefer them all. The side content in this game actually brings out a lot more new stuff, and even older stuff from old Assassin's Creed, such as the renovations. Throughout New York, you can renovate buildings. Now, this wasn't Black Flag, but you get paid. Just like a brother in the Revelations, you get paid with a sweet moolah. Now, it isn't as much as this game, but there is still a chunky about to renovate. But unlike Black Flag, you need to commit more shenanigans in order to be able to renovate these buildings, as you need materials. And if you don't have these materials, then you might as well consider yourself
Master Cormac.
You also have the Templar maps, crosses, totems, and Viking fragments, which give you new garments to wear once you find all the collectibles. And there are also these forts, which are literally no different except the French took over. Just like in New York, there are gang headquarters where the assassins took over. In order for you to unestablish these settlements, you will need to kill a gang leader. But these ain't your average New Yorkers. Oh, no. Imagine facing a built-in Altair. Yeah, that's what you're up against. Although the combat hasn't spiked in difficulty, everything else has. As with the gang headquarters, you can't just bust in like you're one of them. Nah, you're gonna be on some Batman type shit in order to pull this off. The second the leader sees you, they will run faster than me seeing LeBron. Oh yeah, they also run you with smoke. And if you get stunned, you have to watch Shay die while also getting jumped by the leader. Like, bro, you ain't out of here. These headquarters kind of shape as a viewpoint as well, where it reveals the map on the sector that you are on. And, funny enough, you're also able to sabotage assassinations by grabbing bugs. So you gotta be careful, because you don't want to scare the little bugger off. In these assassin interceptions, you gotta speedrun serial killer simulator. Yeah, my bad. You gotta speedrun serial killer simulator to save your target. And last, but not least, the legendary barrels. Now, I'm gonna admit, the first 3 legendary barrels weren't that bad. But there is one being out there that gave me full-on PTSD, with it being more powerful than any other ship in either Black Flag and Rogue, or even Odyssey. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you the Storm Fortress. Look, this is nothing to get excited. This ship alone can take out over at least 10 man of wars at once. Maybe even more. Who knows? This ship full-on gave me PTSD. Like, bro, this is literally a T-Rex, but a ship. King of the Sailor's Sea. No one would even dare to mess with this. Well, unless you're an alpha. So as you may know, this isn't any ordinary ship to you. Oh no. This is basically average Chinook, the Ronins, Ares, Starkers experience. This ship has its destructive capability of destroying your monitor alongside your other household belongings. It may have its 9x3 cannons which can literally tear you apart in under a millisecond. It may have those mortars which will spread like full fires and basically burn your ship apart. However, they're not, as they can be. You see, once you do actually defeat this monstrosity, you think it's over, right? You think after all that hard work paid off, it's actually over. You can go home and start to enjoy your life again. But another ship appears. It's a legendary one. By the time this ship does appear, you are gonna be in low HP, which you are cooked. And if you do somehow manage to beat that while being on low HP, then congrats, my friend, because you just got the best outfit in the game. Yes, I said best. This outfit is the embodiment of style. Whenever an NPC walks by, they start to run just because of your drip and fashion. But it's not just the outfit, it's also the man who wears it underneath. Let me tell you, this man is a GOAT! With a new game comes a new protagonist. With Rogue, you get introduced to Shay. Shay is your average Irishman who makes his own luck. And when he was a tiny weeny lad, he became an orphan and was in severe depression until he went into Assassin Brotherhood, well, because of Liam. And well, no one liked him. Well, except for Liam. And maybe Hope. For the next 4 years, he was trained by Hope, Kazakawase, and his friend. Shay starts to doubt assassins as he feels Achilles doesn't trust them anymore. Well, didn't trust him at all. For what reason? I don't know.
No, that's where it's gonna be. No.
And also the French was occasionally brilliant, man. And from near-death experience to where 5 people will go to a mental asylum after getting shot, Shay decides to join the Templars, and honestly, I don't blame him. I mean, his whole brotherhood made Shay a victim. This brotherhood is in complete shambles, and they don't even follow the 3 tenets. Like, bro, Altair did not die for this. And the Templars in this game actually seem as the, well, morally correct side. Although they're all about control and order, they don't want to destroy the whole entire fucking world, unlike the assassins who cannot see that interacting with these artifacts will cause the end of the world. Even when an angry Irishman comes storming in, telling you to stop meddling with these artifacts, and they are like, nah, you're capping, and decide to exile, bro. Full on exile. Achilles, listen to the man. Like, hear him out with something. God damn, honestly, you deserve to be paralyzed because how ignorant can you be, bro? My bad, again. Now, Shay makes his way from being a book student to a Master Templar in the span of 6 sequences, and yet, it's done. Shay is honestly up there with the likes of Connor and Altair. I don't care what y'all say. Bro is a goat. And the fact that bro is set up to be killer of Arno's father is so sick. Just for it to be done nowhere. Like, what? Does Arno forget that his dad was murdered and never finds out that Shay was the killer? Like, what? Like, imagine a confrontation between these two. But nah, we got this. Biggest fumble of the decade. Ubisoft, you deserve your downfall. With Rogue being set in the 7-year war, you would get to experience North America down in its hellhunt, where if you touch the war, you will reincarnate into a fresh new hedgehog speeding around at the speed of sound. Unlike Black Flag, you can actually explore multiple regions, with the River Valley being a lot similar to Black Flag, but well, less war. New York being basically New York, and North Atlantic is just like River Valley, but with more snow. Now, the regions mostly look the same, well, apart from New York. The North Atlantic serves as a battlefield to stand against a friend, and the River Valley is an exploration zone where you can talk to NPCs. The collectibles being scattered absolutely everywhere to the point where you have to scavenge full-on caves to be able to just access one chest. And this is not just one. Oh no, this is all around North Atlantic. And like, if it's not a shipwreck area, then you legit have to go full-on cave to find the collectibles. And New York, it's just like New York. 10 out of 10 matches are. The music, on the other hand, just adds to the atmosphere. Just listen. Absolute cinema. The colors also remember that Dark Phantom is much more duller than Black Flag, and as Black Flag is all sunshine and rainbows, with its more vibrant colors and higher saturation, Rogue is more darker. It's more dull and just more edgy. Like, I'm kidding. With Rogue's color scheme, it demonstrates that piece of betrayal and the sense of lost that Shay had once, you know, just got shot in the back. And the music as well adds onto the theme of betrayal so much. And even the locations as well, like the North Atlantic, the River Valley, New York, I mean, they are more on the like the just duller side of the Assassin's Creed series. Meanwhile, in Black Flag, the Caribbean is just happy. It's just a bunch of pirates just doing some shits and giggles until someone actually fucking dies. That's when, you know, all the standard versions. But other than that, Black Flag, it's a jolly old game. You know, Rogue is just murdering all your old pals. And I would say that to some extent that Black Flag atmosphere is similar to on parts like ACT. That being mostly Florence. Yeah, due to the vibrant colors and also the energetic music that is being played. Meanwhile, Rogue is more similar to that AC1 aspect. As AC1, you know, it was... Dog, you need help. Especially in that last sequence. That last sequence was probably the dullest color scheme has ever been in that game. Like, maybe not as dull as Rogue, but no, it's even more duller than that. As this sequence represents the same thing that Rogue is trying to represent, and that is betrayal. Obviously, if you're going to be betrayed by someone, it's not going to be hit jolly good old fucking music. Now, it's obviously going to be that dark, ambient music that will shiver down your spine as you're about to murder one of your closest. Yeah, but these two games contrast from each other a lot. And I mean, by a lot. Speaking of a lot, the story, although short, was still a banger. Now, if you still haven't played this masterpiece, spoilers ahead. You clicked off. Okay, you start off in North Atlantic with that iconic eagle that can be seen in every Assassin's Creed. Shay starts the monologue about Creed and slightly foreshadowing. Then you see your main character. You start to parkour through the trees, making you feel like that one Native American that shall not be named. With some more slight foreshadowing, you meet and you joke about murdering each other. Again, foreshadowing. You then meet the French.
What happened here?
And this man calls me out on a 1v1. As he's French, I'll come out victorious, and well, we murder some more enemies, then get to claim your own ship, which is better than a jackdaw. You then cruise your way all the way back to the homestead. Oh wait, first you kill more of the British, then you come back to the homestead. Once you arrive, you meet with all your fellow assassin friends, where you joke about murdering each other. You do your yearly training and meet with Achilles before he was crippled and depressed. He starts yapping about something, I don't know, I wasn't paying attention, and you get put into the modern day. Yeah, we're gonna skip this. You meet with a spy down in, yeah. You murder Ulrich Washington and escape with an almost near-death experience. You go after someone called Samuel and also murder him. Then you go after some dude named James, and you guessed it right, you also murder him. Afterwards, you went out with Hope a little and go to Lisbon for a family holiday, and another near-death experience has occurred. Like, I swear, bro, how much more can this man take? You come back to Achilles, explaining what just happened, and he states, "You suck my c." You kick his leg and run for your dear life as you watch everyone you love try to kill you on sight. Then you experience another near-death experience. You wake up in some random's home where domestic abuse can be heard.
Shut up, woman.
Oh damn. But you don't care until you hear.
The cabin.
So I already know I had to look in. You murder the French and get your own drip. And this now marks your journey on not joking around anymore. Lock in. You murder the spy, do some local terrorism, watch another friend kill this dude, and became a Templar. And you could say, you gone rogue. Okay, I'm sorry. You murder more of the French, you watch a nice conversation between Adewale and Haytham. Then you just straight up brutalize Adewale. Adewale fans are devastated. Do some more local robbery, then kill Frank Shorty. Murder the French guys. Then find Precursor Temple with Achilles realizing, maybe he wasn't capping. The second we arrive, Bruce straight up switches on and states, I thought you were dead. Nah. I'm him. Chase Liam, kill Liam, return to Haytham, traumatize Achilles, and the end. But wait, there's more! And if all spite, you go to France, murder more French people, do some shits and giggles with honors when released, and kill French. You leave nonchalantly, and the evil is back. That's it, alright, well, that's kind of order, while also setting up a perfect sequel towards Unity. But instead we got this. You have no idea the amount of hate either for Ubisoft for setting up the perfect Assassin's Creed and making this Ubisoft count your day. Huh? Who's that?
Take his body, and then find the others. We cannot let anyone else get that information. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Bring him in.